spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Taking it right down Broadway. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And he stopped immediately there. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. He just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Oh, the return is Reed. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw now, here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Love now on 2nd down. A quick throw there is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, this is Madison. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 21. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Oh, able to avoid him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by a Caleb Evans. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Reed. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
1st down, Love to pass. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Going back to Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Let's go now, let's go.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Following the interception, Love caught on the right side by Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, Love to throw. That is caught, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Love going to give this one to Jones. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
1st down going to the air with Love. A check down here to Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Jones, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing. Love. Touchdown. Romeo Doubs. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw here. Pass complete to Addison. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back to throw again. Open man is Osborne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Slot man moves right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a give to Madison. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 14. On the counter, here's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From